On my 30th birthday, I received a text message. Mr. Ethan, your luxurious birthday suite has been arranged. Smiling sweetly, I followed the address in the text message to the hotel suite, filled with anticipation. Even after 6 years of marriage, Ethan still loved to arrange little surprises like this. But the moment I opened the suite door, I froze. Emblazoned in the center of the suite, large words caught my eye: "Happy 22nd birthday to my darling Luna." Just as I was about to turn and confront Ethan, a server wheeled in a cake. She looked at me, her eyes filled with envy. "You must be Ms. Luna, Mr. Ethan is so good to you. He arranged all of this himself." I felt pale, leaning weakly against the doorframe. My husband's name was Ethan, but I wasn't Luna. Seeing the server's slightly confused expression, I forced a smile and asked for Ethan's location. The truth was staring me in the face, yet I still couldn't believe it. Maybe it was just a same name, or maybe the hotel made a mistake. With that thought, I walked to the suite door and called Ethan. The moment he answered, I heard a giggle from the other end. Ethan whispered a few words to someone on the phone before gently asking me, "What's wrong, honey?" "I'm sorry, I can't be with you for your birthday today, but I bought you a birthday gift, it should arrive soon. When I get back, I'll make it up to you." My fingertips gripping the phone turned white as I spoke with a trembling voice. "Ethan, do you love me?" Ethan paused for a moment, then firmly stated, "Yes. Honey, I'll always love you. You cheated." Despair washed over me. I said, refusing to give up, "Ethan, are you really not coming back to celebrate my birthday with me today?" The call suddenly ended. The second before it hung up, I heard a distinct gasping sound. After 6 years of marriage with Ethan, I knew exactly what that sound was. Ethan had truly cheated. Ethan, who had held me with a look of love just last night, had cheated. I wordlessly crouched down, hugging myself. Tears blurred my vision. As I was lost in thought, a text message arrived on my phone, from Ethan. "I'm sorry, Ava, when I get back, I'll definitely make up for your birthday." I scoffed, slowly stood up, wiping tears, and called Chloe. "Where are you? Come with your Ava to catch them in the act." Just a few minutes after I hung up, Chloe appeared beside me. "Ava, are you serious?" Looking at Chloe's disbelieving look, my heart sank deeper into despair. Yes, who would have thought that the good husband and son-in-law who loved me completely would actually cheat? Yes, he's currently on the first floor of the hotel. After hearing this, Chloe angrily pulled me along. "Let's go, we'll confront that scumbag right now. I want to see which conniving woman is so shameless, seducing a married man." I made my way to the first floor and found Ethan's whereabouts in a secluded corner. Chloe was about to walk over, but I quickly grabbed her hand. I watched Ethan, his head bowed, messaging someone on his phone with a sweet expression. The look on his face was incredibly familiar to me. It was the same expression he always wore when he faced me, but now, it was directed at someone else. The person he was messaging then arrived in the hotel lobby. I looked at her, my pupils constricted. So it's her. The woman before me was the college student Ethan had mentioned sponsoring 2 years ago. Had they gotten involved back then? Tears fell uncontrollably again. I watched the girl throw herself into Ethan's arms, sweetly and playfully flirting with him. Ethan held her. The two of them were kissing passionately in the hotel lobby, as if no one else was there. No wonder when I had mentioned buying some daily necessities for Luna, Ethan knew all her preferences. No wonder Ethan had suggested Luna come to the company as his secretary during her internship. All of it was to facilitate their affair. As I watched, something suddenly clicked in my and I hastily opened my social media. Sure enough, a new post had appeared on my friends list. My hand trembling, I tapped on it, and a photo of intertwined fingers filled the screen. Even without a close look, I knew those hands were Ethan's. Both of them wore a special diamond ring. My first special diamond ring, thank you, darling. Below it were uniform comments. A special diamond ring, symbolizing one true love for life, what perfect love. Wishing the poster and their beloved forever, may you live happily. A year ago, this account had suddenly followed me. Out of habit, I followed her back. After that, she frequently posted loving photos and captions on social media. I would often admire their love and bless them from the bottom of my heart. Now, these words pierced my heart like needles. It turned out the love I had admired was my husband's and the other woman's. The other woman had even provoked me long ago. How ridiculous. "Ava, I'm going up there right now to beat them up and get some satisfaction for you." I looked at my angry sister, powerlessly holding her hand and shaking my head. "Let's follow them and see. I just wanted to know what kind of person could keep me in the dark for so long, someone Ethan would cheat to be with." I wanted to know even more what kind of person would make him lie to me and miss my birthday just to celebrate hers. Like a thief, I followed them to the suite door. Ethan took out a princess tiara he had prepared earlier and, with a look of love, placed it on Luna's head. Happy birthday, my dear. You'll always be my little princess. A princess tiara, it was the one I had wanted, but Ethan had said it was old-fashioned and didn't suit me. It wasn't that it didn't suit me, it was that he already had someone else in his heart who suited it better. Inside the suite, Luna's friends applauded, envying and blessing their love. In a daze, I heard Luna, embracing Ethan, sweetly ask, Ethan, do you love me? Yes. And do you love me? I only love you. I stood outside the door, tears streaming down my face as I watched the blissful scene inside. My husband and his mistress, tender and affectionate. My heart felt like it was being cruelly kneaded by a large hand, my face drained of color, my body felt weak, and I uncontrollably collapsed onto the floor. Chloe watched me, heartbroken. As she was about to rush in and confront Ethan fiercely, I grabbed her hand and instead called Ethan. Inside the suite, Ethan's eyes flickered with panic when he saw my call. After saying a few words to Luna, he picked up his phone and stepped out of the suite. I quickly pulled Chloe and we hid in a secluded corner. Ethan answered the phone, his voice gentle. What's wrong, honey? Do you miss me? I stared blankly at him. I had to admit, Ethan was a great actor. Even though I wasn't beside him, his face still held that familiar, gentle smile. I spoke with a trembling voice. Ethan, can you come back? Now? Ethan frowned deeply. Yes, right now. I want you home. The next second, Ethan's call was disconnected. Luna appeared beside him, her face filled with displeasure. It's her, isn't it? When are you finally going to leave her? Can you bear to let me be a secret mistress forever? Ethan tenderly wiped away Luna's tears and pulled her into his embrace. No, I can't. You are my princess, how could you be a mistress? I'm a princess, so what about your wife? Hearing's words, Ethan froze. My body involuntarily stiffened, even my breathing stopped. What did I even mean to Ethan? What I feel for her is affection, responsibility, but definitely not love. After all these years, I'm already tired of it. Tears still uncontrollably streamed down my face. I covered my mouth to keep from making a sound. In that moment, I felt like a joke. It turned out all those past moments of sweetness were just responsibility, just a facade of a good husband. Don't worry, I'll divorce her before the end of this year. Then I'll marry you. I would never let you suffer. Luna hugged Ethan, her face full of sweetness. They kissed passionately again, oblivious to others. Ethan's hand was on Luna's waist. Watching this scene, I instinctively started to gag, waves of nausea churned in my stomach. Ethan's words pierced my heart like needles. I was painfully unable to breathe, crouching on the ground, utterly pathetic. Soon, Ethan left with Luna. After they left, I received a text message from his phone. It was still that voice, gentle to the core. Ava, don't make a fuss. When I return from my business trip, I'll make it up to you properly. Wait for me obediently at home. Looking at my red, swollen eyes, Chloe spoke, angry and heartbroken. Ava, don't you really want to teach that scumbag a lesson? We absolutely can't let this slide. Listening to Chloe, I said coldly, don't worry, I won't let him off easy. Everything he got from me, I'll make him pay back double. My personality had always been like this. Since I was betrayed, I would get revenge. Ethan, I gave you one last chance, but you didn't cherish it. I took out the takeaway meal from the hotel, took a photo, and posted it on social media. Thanks to Chloe for taking me out to eat and celebrating my birthday. I'm truly happy. While taking the photo, I deliberately captured Ethan's suite number. I was already a popular influencer. As soon as the post went up, there were tens of thousands of comments. Ethan evidently noticed it too. A few minutes later, he called. The moment I answered, his voice, filled with fear and panic, came through. Honey, did you eat at the hotel today? Didn't I order food for you at home? Why didn't you tell me if you changed your mind? Ethan's voice began to tremble. Have you gone back yet? I remained silent, enjoying Ethan's frightened expression. He had the ability to cheat but not the ability to face the consequences. Ethan had always been a coward. In the past, my eyes had been blind. D by love. Perhaps was just a great actor. All the gifts on holidays, the meticulous care when I was sick. I was captivated by the facade he meticulously crafted, overlooking that those gifts weren't what I liked at all, and his so-called care when I was sick was just calling a nanny for me and uttering a few sweet words. Perhaps truly loved me before, but he didn't love me now. Honey? Ava, say something. Ethan anxiously took his phone and walked to the hotel lobby. He looked around frantically, trying to find me. Not yet. I said faintly. Do you need me to find someone to pick you up? Are you leaving now? A string of questions. I watched Ethan pace back and forth in the lobby, his steps becoming unsteady with fear. No need. I hung up the phone after I spoke. Ethan paced back and forth, so frightened, right before my eyes. Until emerged from the suite, looking displeased. She hugged Ethan from behind, but panicked and pushed Luna away. This action completely infuriated Luna. Why are you so scared? Wouldn't it be better if she knew? You could just divorce her directly, and we could be together legitimately. Ethan no longer had any thoughts of celebrating Luna's birthday. He coaxed Luna, pulling her into his arms and kissing her gently a few times. Luna was easily appeased by Ethan. He put his arm around Luna, and the two of them left the hotel together. Ethan returned home, seeing the empty house, filled only with panic. I watched him sit on the sofa, looking at the untouched meal on the dining table, and the hotel business card I had deliberately left behind. Instantly, his emotions became agitated. At that moment, I intentionally sent Ethan a message in the hotel's name. It was identical to the one Luna had sent me. Intelligent and cautious as Ethan was, he immediately understood Luna's intentions. I watched him angrily pick up his phone and call Luna. I watched him argue with Luna, and then, fearing the situation would escalate, he patiently started coaxing Luna again. Ethan, just divorce her already. It's been 3 years. I really can't wait any longer. So, they had been having an affair for 3 years. My heart instinctively ached for a moment. But soon, it grew numb. Honey, when are you coming back? Plans have changed. I'm home now. I can celebrate your birthday with you. I calmly looked at my phone and didn't reply to the message. That night, I didn't go home. I didn't reply to any of Ethan's text messages. I didn't close my eyes all night. I simply watched Ethan's emotions, from agitation to breakdown, from the other end of the surveillance footage. Cheating must feel great, huh? Ethan, this is just the first step. I looked at Ethan's face and said softly, Ava, it's confirmed. This manipulative woman's graduation ceremony is in 2 days. Good. Then, I'll make sure to celebrate it properly for her. Soon it was Luna's graduation ceremony. With help, she had received the honor of outstanding graduate and was about to give a speech on stage as the representative. As she walked onto the stage, the lights suddenly dimmed. I walked onto the stage step by step, approaching Luna. Seeing my appearance, Luna and Ethan's faces drastically changed. Ethan even stood up directly from his chair. Who is this person? Why is she suddenly barging onto the stage? Where's security? Get her off the stage quickly. Don't let her ruin my graduation ceremony. I walked to the microphone with a constant smile, looking directly at Ethan, and spoke each word clearly. Honey, aren't you going to introduce me to everyone? And perhaps introduce your mistress too? At my command, Chloe played the video I had prepared long ago. The screen, which had initially displayed the graduation ceremony presentation slides, switched to photos of Ethan and Luna. There were photos of them kissing on the street. Photos of them brazenly entangled on a hotel bed. And photos of Ethan celebrating Luna's birthday. I had also thoughtfully prepared a video. The 3-minute video documented the entire process of Ethan and Luna's affair. When the video ended, a few words appeared on the large screen. Wishing Luna and my husband Ethan forever. I watched Ethan's expression change from initial panic, until finally, his face drained of color, utterly pathetic, looking at me. Honey, I heard today is your mistress's graduation ceremony. You even specifically turned down work to be with her, so as your wife, it's only natural that I should attend with you. Since I'm your wife, I certainly can't let your kept mistress lose face, can I? So, Luna, do you like the graduation gift I gave you? Luna froze, then collapsed onto the ground, covering her face and sobbing uncontrollably. She tried to appeal to Ethan, but at that moment, Ethan was too preoccupied to help himself. I relished the sight of their livid faces, feeling immensely satisfying. Ethan, say something. Whispers began to spread throughout the auditorium. Some even pulled out their phones and started taking photos frantically. Luna couldn't bear the pointing fingers and whispers of her classmates, and she screamed at Ethan in despair. Tell everyone right now that we are truly in love, that I'm not the other woman. Didn't you say you'd divorce her and marry me? Are you just going to stand there and watch her bully me? Luna's face was indeed striking. In her early 20s, her face was still full of collagen. Even a slight reddening of her eyes made people feel heartbroken. Ethan looked at Luna's face, a flicker of pity in his eyes. He looked at me, his tone laced with a hint of reproach. Ava, come down right now. We can discuss this at home. Please try to act like Mrs. Ava, okay? Watching defending Luna so vehemently, I no longer felt anything. From the very beginning, I knew Ethan's choice would only be Luna. In that moment, I only felt regret for myself, for having loved such a scumbag for so long. Ava, stop making a fuss. Seeing T. Had I still wouldn't leave, Ethan's tone suddenly hardened. I abruptly burst into laughter, tears streaming down my face from the laughter. Tears flowed from my cheeks into my mouth. In an instant, a spicy and bitter taste exploded in my mouth. I raised my hand and fiercely slapped Ethan. Ethan, what right do you have to speak to me like that? Or do you think I'm in any mood to have a calm discussion with you right now? You're the one who cheated. Everything I'm doing today is to make you suffer. Ethan, sign them. I threw the prepared divorce papers onto his face. Since you love your princess so much, I'll grant you your wish. I hope you don't disappoint me. If you chose to cheat, then get a divorce and give your mistress a proper title. I looked at Luna, who was watching expectantly, and scoffed. Chloe, let me tell you something. If a man truly loves you, he would never let you be a secret other woman. What I'm experiencing now might be your future. Something came to mind, and I smiled mockingly. I've unfollowed you on social media. Next time something like this happens, you can just add me on WhatsApp. Wouldn't that give you a better chance to move up? This is my graduation gift to you. I hope you like it. Ethan stared at the divorce papers, frozen for a few seconds. Then, I saw him open his mouth with difficulty. Ava, are you really going to divorce me? As he spoke, his eyes filled with anger. Are you really going to divorce me? Do you think you can still live this lavish life without me? Everything you have right now was given to you by me. Since marrying Ethan, because of his words, take good care of our little home, I had quit my job and settled into being a homemaker. In my daily life, I had meticulously taken care of Ethan in every detail. His stomach issues had gradually improved under my consistent care. But all my efforts were met with everything you have was given to you by me. I scoffed. Perhaps I was too good to him, making him forget that his company would never have been established without me. I am Ava, the Vance family heiress. He, Ethan, was the parasite. Ethan, I can live very well without you. On the contrary, without me, can your company truly function normally? Ethan's face turned ashen. My words exposed his only cover-up. All these years, if I hadn't secretly and openly used my family's resources to help him, how could he have reached his current position? How could he have been called Mr. Ethan? Even the company's current projects were secured by me. It was never about me being unable to live without him. It was about him, Ethan, being unable to manage without me. Luna listened to my words, tightly gripped Ethan's wrist, and pointed a finger at my nose, cursing. Stop spreading rumors here. Ethan already told me you're just a pretty face. He only got together with you because of your looks. Everything he has, he earned with his own hands. What does it have to do with you? You eat his food, use his money, and you still have the nerve to say that. You're truly shameless. I watched Luna coldly, approaching her step by step. What are you doing? Luna looked at me, backing away with a frightened expression. Once close, I raised my hand and slapped Luna twice. Looking at Luna's smug and disgusting face, I felt utterly sickened. She was the real parasite, a money-wasting leech. Ethan saw Luna being hit and rushed over, heartbroken, to check on her. He looked at me with an enraged expression. Ava, haven't you caused enough trouble? It's bad enough you throw tantrums at home, but now you're humiliating us in public. Ethan shielded Luna in his arms, glaring at me with a fierce look. Get home right now. I can pretend none of this happened. Why should I go back? I looked at Ethan with a cold expression. Ethan was completely enraged by my attitude. He strode over to me, raised his hand, and was about to strike. I didn't flinch, just watched him coldly. The ruthlessness in Ethan's eyes was real. He genuinely wanted to hit me. Fortunately, Chloe rushed forward and pushed Ethan away. Scumbag, you want to hit my Ava? Ethan stumbled awkwardly to the side. Ava, I know it's my fault. I shouldn't have fallen in love with Ethan, I shouldn't have ruined your marriage. But love is uncontrollable, isn't it? He loves me too. Can't you just let us be? Besides, I'm younger than you. I can give Ethan things you could never give him in this lifetime. Why do you have to make things so difficult? Chloe couldn't listen anymore. She grabbed Luna's wrist and slapped her several times until Luna's face was swollen and red before she stopped. You manipulative woman, trying to play the saint while being a hussy. You're really something. Ethan watched me with a completely indifferent and disappointed expression. He pushed Chloe away, picked up the divorce papers from the ground, and signed his name swiftly. Are you satisfied now? I'll go through with the divorce tomorrow. I hope you don't regret it. Ethan forcefully threw the divorce papers in front of me. I took the papers with a satisfied smile, looking at Ethan and Luna's tightly clasped hands. Scumbag and manipulative woman, may you be happy forever. After leaving the school, Chloe was still angry for me. Ava, that's still letting them off too easy. We should have hired someone to beat them up badly, until their own mothers wouldn't recognize them. Watching's fuming expression, a warmth flowed through my heart. It's okay, don't be angry anymore. Think about it, we caused such a scene at her school. Luna's reputation is definitely ruined now. What company would dare hire someone with such poor character? Her friends probably can't wait to distance themselves from her. I've already arranged for this incident to be uploaded online. Luna is about to be in a world of trouble. Back home, as soon as I picked up my phone, I saw the news. Just as I expected, with my deliberate arrangements, the story trended straight to #1. The comments section was filled with nothing but insults directed at Luna. This woman is ridiculous, how dare she claim to be true love right in front of the actual wife? She must have something wrong with her brain. Being the other woman, so shameless. I bet all the awards she got in school were earned through her body. It's distasteful to be in the same school as someone like her. I hope the school expels her. The other woman doesn't deserve to be in our school. Ava, it's karma. Luna has been expelled and is now causing a scene at Hayes. Chloe returned to the room, her face beaming with excitement, and told me. Apparently, Ethan refuses to see her. What kind of person was Ethan? An extreme egoist. Once trouble arose, Luna was already a dispensable object in his mind. Moreover, his interest in Luna was merely novelty. How could such a distorted relationship last forever? The moment Ethan signed the divorce papers, he still believed I wasn't serious about divorcing him. My years of dedication had given him immense confidence. He thought I would make a fuss for a few days then obediently return, taking care of him like a doting wife as usual. But this time I had truly made up my mind. Ethan refused to see Luna at the company, so she came to our house to block him. Luna, sobbing uncontrollably at the doorstep, looked at Ethan standing there, hoarsely screaming. Ethan, please help me. Everyone is cursing me. I've lost my academic credentials, all my friends are gone, and no company will hire me in the future. All of this is because of Ava. Ethan, you absolutely must take responsibility for me. Only by marrying you can I survive. Marry me quickly. Ethan looked at Luna, who was sobbing uncontrollably in his arms, and any feeling of pity he once had completely vanished. He disgustedly pushed Luna away. There's absolutely no way I'm marrying you. The only person I love is Ava. Ethan looked at Luna's face. His mind recalling the social media account I had mentioned at the graduation ceremony. He furiously choked Luna. You deliberately sent that social media post to Ava, didn't you? Luna, didn't I tell you before we got together that you and I could only be secret lovers, that my wife was only Ava, and you absolutely couldn't provoke her? Why did you tell her everything? Luna had always been pampered and coddled by Ethan. Now, yelled at by him, her emotions became even more distraught. Ethan, you promised you'd marry me. All this affection you gave me, you nurtured me into who I am now. The source of everything I've done is you. Now you want to get rid of me? I'm telling you, absolutely impossible. A flicker of shock crossed Ethan's eyes. He had never imagined that Luna, who had always been so demure and dependent in front of him, would say such things. His gaze at Luna became even more disgusted. I'll give you a sum of money. Take it and leave this city. I don't want to see you here anymore. Ethan said coldly and then prepared to leave, but grabbed his hand like a madwoman. Ethan, you can't do this to me. If you hadn't seduced me back then, how could I have gotten involved with you? Don't forget, I was under 18 when we got together. What an unexpected gain. I watched the contents of the surveillance footage, a smile playing on my lips. Ava, that Ethan is truly a beast. To have gotten involved with her so early. Watching's surprised expression, my own emotions remained calm. I had long since understood Ethan's inherent bad nature. It was not surprising that he could do such a thing. Are the company matters all settled? Yes, they are. Without the support of those important projects, Hayes will soon go bankrupt. Then we'll buy back the shares at a low price, and Hayes will change its name to Vance. That's so satisfying. Looking at Chloe's excited expression, I chuckled, shaking the phone showing the surveillance footage. Come on. And Ava will take you to do something even more satisfying. I drove to the police station and handed the surveillance footage to the officers. Ethan was quickly called to the police station, suspected of statutory rape. The moment he saw me at the station, a flicker of light appeared in his eyes. Ava, long time no see. I've missed you so much. Seeing about to approach me, I immediately stepped back. Mr. Ethan, please maintain your composure and don't come near me. After all, you're quite dirty. After I finished speaking, the only light in Ethan's eyes extinguished. He swayed precariously, as if he might fall to the ground at any second. Ava, do you have to be so heartless? I know I was wrong. Can you forgive me? Can we go back to how we were before? Chloe scoffed from the side. Scumbag, you should tell that to the officer. Ethan froze, hearing Chloe's words. A few seconds later, he looked at me with a disbelieving look. Ava, you actually investigated me. I was once again taken aback by Ethan's shamelessness. Shouldn't you suffer the consequences for what you did wrong? Ethan, you can spend the rest of your days in prison. Just then, Luna arrived at the police station as a person involved in the case. The moment she saw me, she broke down, came over, and knelt before me, sobbing uncontrollably. Ava, I know I was wrong. I shouldn't have seduced Ethan. Ethan is no good at all. I beg you, please let me go? Seeing's distraught appearance, I knew she had realized Ethan's selfish character. But how could doing wrong be made up for with just a frivolous apology? I lowered my head, looked at the helpless Luna, and said coldly, Luna, this was all your choice. In the future, this stain will always remain in your life, and you will have to pay a heavy price for it. Remember, this was all your own choice. With that, I took Chloe's hand and left the police station. Just as I was about to walk out the main doors, Ethan screamed at me, utterly distraught. Ava, I really know I was wrong. Is there truly no affection left between us? I didn't answer him, walking straight out of the police station. Later, I heard that Ethan was sentenced to 10 years for inducement to illicit acts. Luna couldn't make a living and disappeared from this city. But none of that had anything to do with me. My future would be like the morning sun overhead, vibrant and dazzling.